Hello people, this is PowerRider here, proud to bring back the series of Hacking the System, with this entry being the Beast-X Morpher. So obviously, if you don't recall, my first video of this series that died when I made it was the Dino Charge Morpher, in which I just literally got a Sun Chips bag, and like some flour lollipops and just poked them into the Dino Charge Morpher and barely explained how anything worked. So this time, I'm gonna try doing that, but then there's also gonna be another part that will be a separate video on me making the next part of this project I'm doing with it. So, obviously, the Beast-X Morpher, based off of the Morphin Brace from Tokyo Sentai Go Busters, obviously Hasbro owns Power Rangers, and obviously if you recall from the Morphin Brace from Bandai Japan, it did not have a reader, it was just a button, and it was a self-contained toy. This one obviously has a reader, which is why we had these keys, because they want to sell a gimmick. So, obviously, that meaning, or with me at least, I was like, oh, what are they going to use to, like, read them and such? Because obviously, as you can see, the Morph X keys are read by these pegs on the top. And then, as I saw in my review for the figures, each of these figures have numbers. So, like, Red Rangers, so the cheetah, or just the Red Rangers, is number 3. Blue Ranger is number 9. Number 8. I'm sorry if these don't focus. It's just that my camera's being stubborn. Number 2 is yellow. Blaze is number 7. And Tronic is number 5. So what I thought is that, oh, these numbers might be useful to the pin system. Until I reviewed Cruise and Smash, where they don't have numbers underneath. So, that's where that got thrown out the window. And then if I try looking underneath here, there's no number at all. But then obviously with this key that comes with the Morpher, there's only one additional new key, which is technically another Red Ranger key, as I will explain later. Even though it's not colored red. So, you might be wondering, oh, what kind of pin system does the Beast-X Morpher use? Well, if we go look at the lights of my phone, and if we turn the Morpher upside down, why is it yellow? That's kind of weird. Gosh, I'm sorry. If we turn it upside down, as you can see here, is it because there's 2 lights? Let me turn this one off. No, it's still yellow. That's weird. So, if we shine this through, you can see there's there's 5 pins on the top. Am I actually locating this? So there's 5 pins. I should just turn these back on. There's 5 pins in there, meaning that this is read from a 5-pin system. Essentially the same pin system the Dino Charge Morpher was read off by. So, if we turn it on, not this one, because this one I had to use for my ride watches. So, if we pull out my stick of poking things at, these longer ones specifically are for this toy, because the shorter ones were for the Rube Gyro, but then they initially this, but then I had to cut them in half because I thought we didn't have any more, but then I was like, oh my gosh, we have... That scares me. Okay, so basically, I apologize for the camera overheating, but I don't remember what I was doing. I was actually going to demonstrate the keys in here and such, but, so, like, obviously, like, what I thought at first is that, like, obviously as the key, or, because there's 5 slots, so that means, like, all of these must do something. But I thought these 3 back here actually did the thing when you slotted it, but, like, all they really do is that they just lock the key in. It's kind of their only purpose and such. Even though this is not talking about, like, the sounds and such, but it's just, like, I don't know, I just find it weird, like, just the way this is set up, it's just, like, makes it difficult for these to get put in and such, which, I don't know, I find this, like, the layout of how this works to be pretty interesting, but also weird, because it's not like Drive or, I guess currently, Geo, where like it has to follow a pattern, just like anything like that. So like Drive, Build, and Geo, they don't follow a pattern. They literally just press the buttons down, which is what actually made it more simpler to actually lay out a spreadsheet, or like a track list I've made, which I'll probably put at this corner of the screen. I'm still working on it. It's just that I haven't really did the next step, but which is like, because of the way it's set up, it makes pin combinations like this, and you can't see because it's translucent, like having them both on the top make it really difficult because it has to slide through the middle one, but then it gets stuck, and then when you try to take it out, it gets stuck. So like, there's flaws of how they laid it out, but basically the way it's set up is just like, the way it's set up is, while looks intimidating, it's really simple overall. And like with the box saying 30 plus sounds, that's the front. The box stating 30 plus sounds and phrases. Again, this is still in a work in process, but I've been only able to come up with 31 pin combinations as a whole. Now, I'm not sure if that's technically correct for, like, well, I'll just get this one. Now, for, like, 5 pins, so, like, 5 pins and for combinations, I will talk about this more in my next video about the Beast-X Morpher. But, speaking of how the different, keys, just because of the fact it's designed differently and shaped differently, they still trigger the same stuff. It's just that these are shaped differently, so it's just obviously with the Beast-X Morpher, there's just different specific sound sets for each combination. So like, obviously with this one,
let's go for a spin, Cruz. Cheetah Beast Power, red. Rangers, it's go time.
You get the Ranger stuff, but then here,
I'm not a real human. I'm much better.
you get the villain stuff. So there's really only like 2 sound sets in the toy and such. But before, just to lightly cover on this, because I will do a full sound demo of it, I will just showcase how this works. So I was gonna plan on doing like all the face pins and such, because I know which ones those are. It. So
hey, don't call me cute.
So you get jacks out of just the first pin up here. We know who this one is.
Cheetah Beast Power, red.
That's Cheetah, or that's Red.
We need to work together.
That's the Gold Ranger. This one did not register.
Jackrabbit Beast Power, yellow.
This is obviously yellow, and then this one is
Defenders of the Grid.
That one's the second Red Ranger one. But then obviously if you try doing something like this.
Ooh, feel the burn, Rangers.
Get Burnertron.
Nothing can stop me.
And you get Evox and such. So that's just basically overall how you get the sounds out of this toy. I'm not gonna show like all like the pin combinations and such because that's gonna be the next video and such, and also because my battery is running low. So I hope that kind of helped of just how this toy works out. It's basically the Dino Charge Morpher just sideways, which I kind of find funny. So this is PowerRider. I don't know if this felt rushed or not because I had to wait for the camera to like cool down, but I hope that was informal. I don't think it is, but I just hope that helped people out. Next video, however, I will show you guys me attempting to make a mock key to just like how Toys Gao has taken like a Candy Toy Cereal Soul and then like drilled out each of the tracks, portions and such. I need to elaborate more on it later, but that's basically it for this video. My camera is going to die, so this is PowerRider, and I'm going to leave you people. I'm sorry if this wasn't informal enough. Well,